Okay, hi, hello. Welcome back to another video. I am going to be doing a bit of a short and quick little digital sketchbook tour. I thought it might be fun to make a video that was kind of just a quick flip through of the art that I've done so far in 2025, so January and February included. And I have some files in folders and things that have been exported and, sorted into their different folders. And I have some that are still actually like working files. So I use Medibang, so they're still Medibang files. They haven't been exported yet. And one thing that I do want to preface before I start is that it's likely that I might have missed a few for January and February. If I do that and then I realize later, I will try to edit them in. So bear with me. I have tried to collect all of them to the best of my ability. And yeah, we're just gonna do a quick flip through of those. I just wanna make this video short and sweet because one of my goals is to actually upload here on YouTube at least twice a month. I would love to do more if I'm able to, but I want to try to keep that promise, both for a record for myself and just for the channel in general, and to see, what I'm doing as far as art and all that, and just because I, want to keep the promise to make sure that I will be able to do the same thing and put the same energy into all of the other stuff that, we create. Tatty thought that this video would be fun as well, and I thought it would be a cool, fun little thing. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So another quick thing that I wanted to say for this video is that you can see my little cursor moving around here. I've decided to not put the arm on this time because I'm having a bit of lag issues. It kind of makes the screen flicker a little bit, so I got to figure that situation out. But just to make it easier on everybody and for viewing purposes, I'm just gonna leave the arm out for now, and hopefully I can get that situation fixed later. I am kind of asking a lot of my computer already, so I understand. But yeah, so we're gonna start in the files, and as you can see, there really isn't a lot for February. So February are out here, and obviously January is in here. I am going to start with January, and there's a few more, but there's definitely not a lot. Like I said, there are some files in my files, and there are some files that we're going to look at in Medibang. Medibang, I'm not able to sort by January and February, so I decided to start with the files first to actually know the proper dates of those. I can see the dates on the Medibang files, but it's just a little more complicated to sort through them in the same way. So we're going to start with the files here. And the first image to come up is Akihiko. So Akihiko is actually kind of gender fluid, kind of non-binary in a way. So I'm gonna just refer to Akihiko as they for now, but I will say that they don't mind being referred to as he or she or they. So all of those work. They are kind of, like I said, just fluid in that way, and tend to lean more towards like feminine things very much. Akihiko very much loves feminine things and being in touch with their feminine side. So yeah, so this image, the reason that I actually made this was, well, there's actually kind of multiple reasons. One was that I was practicing some various coloring things. I had just started dabbling a little bit more into doing the thing of kind of like merging all the layers together and then painting over top of those to make something. So I was practicing that here to try to figure that out a little bit. And the other reason that I kind of made this was actually inspired by The Sims again. So me and Teddy play The Sims together. We've made a lot of our OCs in The Sims so far, and I know that that's a common thing that a lot of artists tend to do if they like The Sims and they play The Sims. So we have vampire characters, and Akihiko exists in the same storyline as like Balthazar and Ashley and, you know, Jacques and Silas and Ilya and Luther. And also there's another character, Bethiel, and there is multiple other characters within that storyline, and also characters that connect to other storylines from that storyline, of course. And Akihiko is one of the vampires that are in the mansion that belongs to Ilya and then technically also belongs to Luther, but I won't get too much into the details of the story right now. But one of the things that inspired this was that in the Sims Vampires pack, so we buy the packs when they go on sale, like I'm sure a lot of people do, and we try to get the ones that we like really want. So we've been slowly collecting them, and we don't tend to look into them too extensively. I think I mentioned this before, but we don't really look into all the details of the packs before we get them. So one of the things that was like a cool surprise was the dark form that comes with the Vampires pack. And we were editing all the different dark forms for them, and I wanted Akihiko's to be very like reminiscent of like porcelain doll and that kind of aesthetic or whatever you want to call it. So I tried to go with that, with like the cool cracks throughout the skin and just like the dark eyes with a little bit of shine. I thought that it would be cool that the dark form is also in touch with those feminine things, like I said, Akihiko appreciates. And Akihiko is actually one of the oldest vampires as well. So yeah, they're very strong and very fierce, but they still like to be pretty. So yes, that is basically the premise behind that. The next image, still from January. These are not in perfect order, so technically this would come before it because this picture was done for New Year's and you seen it in the first video back here, so I won't say too much about it. But this is Daniel and Patrick again, for those of you who didn't see the other video yet, and this is actually a collaborative piece that I did with Tatty. So she drew the lines and I colored it and like added this little bit of a background to that. So yes, it was a little art collab for New Year's. We tend to draw something every year for New Year's, so we decided to do this, and I sent her a picture of lesson day, and we'll come across that as I'm going through here because like I said, I'm including all the pieces from January and February. So all right, so next, this actually technically wasn't drawn in 2025 originally. I actually drew this in 2024. I don't remember exactly when, but I had updated it since then. So these guys over here, Fenno and Layla, got redrawn, like resketched, and then I added the color to Gadriel and Catherine. And then there is Ackley the cartographer up here, which, you know, these guys are all a crew. They're all a part of Gadriel's crew, and they ran around together. I wanted to make a little bit of a TikTok with them, so I decided to add some color and just spruce up the sketch a little bit further because they didn't have color. They were more sketchy like these guys over here, and I just wanted to do some representing colors for Fenno and Layla because I need to find her color codes again, actually, is something I definitely need to do. So yeah, that's that. Okay, I realized for some of these my little head's gonna be in the way, so I'm gonna try to move them around as best I can. But this little sheet is Daniel and Patrick again, and these are actually little pieces of like snippets of pieces that I included in another video that I made on TikTok. And so I decided to actually put them together and make this cute little doodle sheet of them. So it's pretty straightforward. The audio that I used was the audio on there that has like a little song playing and then it's like, I win. It's like a Markiplier audio or something like that. And I just thought it would be fun to do this scenario with them where Patrick's just staring at Daniel and watching him do just, you know, regular things. They're just eating, like having lunch or, you know, something like that, because he is just infatuated with Daniel and thinks he's super cute and loves him very much. So yeah, I thought it would be a cute little fun thing for them. And I like the way that this doodle sheet turned out. I probably would add some more stuff like in the spaces just to like spruce it up a little bit more, but it actually looks pretty cute like this too. So yeah, I don't know. I like it. I thought it was fun. Okay, next up we have Cyan and Sasha, and they come from the Vogel universe. So again, if you watch the Cattober video where I talked about all the pieces, you will see Alizar and Noir at the end of that video because they are day 31 in Cattober, and they belong to the same like storyline as them and realm, because again, Vogel takes place in a realm that is slightly different from some of the other realms that are around, but it is also in relation to the realms like Out of the Dome and Leo and Jamie's story, Sins of the Gods. So yeah, this is Cyan and Sasha again, and this was for Cyan's birthday. So Cyan Azure and Sasha Gray, they kind of come from opposing places in Vogel in a way. They're like different statuses, but I can't fully explain it the way that it is. And also, we're actually updating a lot of the lore, so I don't want to say too much because one, I'm bad at explaining, and two, there might be some differences now. I'm not totally sure, but Sasha comes kind of from like a pretty messed up like family and pretty messed up situation, but him and Cyan meet at a ball, so like an event, and they have like instant chemistry, and so Sasha is really infatuated with Cyan, and Cyan really thinks that Sasha is lovely, and the event is for Cyan and like his family, specifically for him. And so it is to find him like a suitor, I believe. And so he meets Sasha there, and they hit it off right away. And there's a lot of stuff that kind of happens in between that basically causes them to link up again later, but not before a big gap where they are kind of doing their own separate things, but sending letters to each other and still kind of staying in communication. So yeah, their situation is actually really cute and really interesting, and I have a lot of like messed up lore and stuff that I've thought of for Sasha, but I'm not really sure what I can actually talk about fully, and I'm still kind of figuring that out, so I will hopefully explain it more in depth some other time. But yeah, they both come from very messed up situations. Cyan definitely has a lot of messed up things going on in his household, and Sasha has a lot of messed up things going on in his household, and that is part of the reason why they also wind up bonding even more later, is because they can just both kind of relate to each other in the situations that they're in, if that makes sense. So yeah. So this actually comes from January 11th. I know that for a fact because, I mean, well, first of all, there's just the 11s back there. But January 11th is actually my dog's birthday, my dog Daisy. That is actually her little birthday. And Duel here, our boy Duel, who comes from the Kavikanem storyline, shares a birthday with Daisy. So yeah. And also, fun fact, another one of our art friends also has the same birthday. So I tend to kind of try to wish her a happy birthday on this same day. But yeah, so the quick little synopsis of them is that Duel is kind of like a person who is extremely into like tech and hacking and things like that, and so that is kind of the role that he plays in Kavikanem, and he winds up linking up with Lessa and Daeyun and some of the other characters, and they all kind of connect and interlace in different ways, and he winds up helping them a lot because he is able to do various things, like even with the security cameras that are around places and stuff. So again, I do hope to explain things a little better some other time, but yeah, this character up here, this is Wendy. He made Wendy, so he made the program for her, and she is able to come with him through like his devices, and eventually later he actually does something of inserting something into his arm as well so that he can keep her with him. Yeah. And then this down here is a representation of my dog, but it is actually in the story, I've decided to turn it into basically their version of a VTuber, or, you know, an idol in that way, because the story does take place in a Japan-like place. You know, the majority of the main parts of Kavekanam take place there. And so they have like these little idols and stuff. And so Dunya, who is one of Lessa's sisters, is also kind of like a little idol in there as well. And this is just another one that kind of exists in that space. So like I said, this kind of would be more of a VTuber, and I've decided to call this little VTuber Polmo. And so this is kind of a kind of like the chibi form of that character. So I did draw a form where it is like a humanoid figure, but Duell loves cute things. He's like obsessed with cute things, as you can see from like the headphones and all that. And so this is one of his favorite like VTuber idols. So yeah, simple idea but fun. And you can also see that I was doing the thing of like the paint over things in this as well. So I do like how this piece turned out. Okay, so this next picture is actually Orif and Daniel, and this is Daniel's uncle, and obviously this is Daniel when he's younger, so when Orif, kind of around when he first gets there. This actually started as a bit of a different little sketch. It was very sketchy, it didn't have colors or anything like that, so I decided to fix it up and finish it up one of the days just for fun. And I really like how it turned out. It's like really simple, but I don't know, I just like the way the colors look. I like how it's simplistic but very cute. I like the choice of leaving out his little teeth there. I think that's so cute. I like doing that with like the kid characters, is like leaving out some teeth or something. I think it helps to make them look even younger, and I just think that it's really cute. So yeah, I don't know, not too much to say about this. It's just them being cute and kind of cuddling and being silly, so I like it. Okay, so this next picture is actually you're getting a glimpse of how I make some character cards. So let me move this over really quick. You're seeing me move this in real time. So, okay, so this is actually a character sheet, and I tend to kind of do my character sheets like this. Not always. It's somewhat different each time, but this is actually a character that was very recently created. As you can see, they have vitiligo, and this is Flora. And so Flora actually winds up falling in love with one of the characters in Out of the Dome, who befriends Daniel and Ray when they first get there to the academy. And Flora actually works as like a maid, and so she's the one that kind of goes in and cleans the rooms and helps keep the areas clean, like the common areas in the academy clean. And she's technically supposed to be like, she's part of the workers. They're not supposed to necessarily be interacted with by the students and stuff like that. The way that the maids work in this is kind of similar to how, like, you know, maids and stuff would work in the early 1900s, where it's like they weren't supposed to come in certain rooms and stuff like that, or be seen at the same time as like the people who are inhabiting it. I know not all the maids were like that, but some of them were, or like, you know, just some of the people who had certain occupations within the house are like that. So that's kind of the role that this has, is that they're not supposed to be totally unseen, but for the most part, they're not supposed to get in the way of the people who are kind of inhabiting the places. So yeah, she meets Ludwig by accident, technically, but then Ludwig is like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty, I need to know her. So yeah, that's basically how that goes. Okay, this little image is a doodle page for Epiphany, obviously. So Tatty actually celebrates Epiphany, and here, let me move this over again, I'm realizing. So Tatty actually celebrates Epiphany, and we, you know, I kind of celebrate it with her. I join her a little bit. And basically, Epiphany is a cute little holiday where in Italy, they will do a thing of getting a little stocking full of candy, and that is brought by Bifanda, the cute little Epiphany witch. and I tend to try to draw Tiziano, Emiliano, and Clelia. Clelia is Tatiana's sister, and then Emiliano is, they are dating, him and Taz. So I try to draw them something cute each year for Epiphany because they also are Italian as well, and so they definitely carry some of the traditions over, even if they don't necessarily live in that type of place, because they are in the same storyline and everything with like Vadim and them. So they go to the same school and everything as Vadim and like Cole and all them. So yeah, just a cute little thing for Epiphany, some doodles. I like filling pages like this and then doing some parts colored and some parts not colored. I don't know. I think it always looks really fun. So yeah. Okay, this next one is like hard to see, but actually don't know where I put the files right now, where it has the white screen behind it so you can see it better. But this is the line art that I sent to Tatty for her to color for the New Year's collab. So I won't linger on this one too long. I do think that they came out cute. I wish I actually did this a little differently. I wish I drew them a little better, but I was kind of going with the flow that day and I didn't want to like disrupt that because I have been definitely intermittently going through some art block and stuff like that, creative block. So yeah, I was kind of going with the flow. I just wanted to do something cute and cozy. And so I came up with this, and she did a wonderful job coloring it. I really do wish I would have gave her something slightly better to work with, but they're so cute, and I love the way that D'Artagnan and Levi came out. So yeah, Lessa, Dayin, D'Artagnan, and Levi. And yeah, they're just doing cute little sparklers, so I thought it was fun. Okay, here is another character sheet. Again, I don't always do them the same. I tend to kind of jump around in the way that I do character sheets, and sometimes maybe I'll talk about it or maybe do a process video of like a character sheet, but yeah, I basically kind of just go with the flow. So I usually start off with like one image where I am like deciding on like the hairstyle and the colors and if I want to add other things to them, like other features and whatever. And then I'll usually go around and do these other doodles and take notes and stuff like that. And sometimes they're a little bit silly and funny. So yeah, I won't linger too long. It's pretty self-explanatory. This is another character of ours, Luca, who was just recently created, and he is actually husbands with Lazar, and Lazar is originally made by Tatty, and Lazar is actually an old friend of Orif. So the Danny's uncle that you saw a few images ago, Luca is basically friends with him because, they have known each other for a long time, and he met when they were young, and so he met Lazar when they were young as well. So yeah. Okay, speaking of Orif, here he is again. So this is Orif and Nadini, and again they are from Out of the Dome, and Orif again is Danny's uncle, and Nadini is the lovely lady that runs a little like grocery shop in the place where Daniel lives with like Yeva, and then Orif meets Nadini when he first arrives back, and then they have like a very long spanning relationship where they are kind of courting for like a really, really long time, for various reasons, not for anything necessarily bad. Orif is just extremely awkward and, kind of dealing with his own demons, and so he doesn't want to cause trouble for Nadini, and there's just a lot of mixture of things that happen. But they're one of those couples that I find really cute in stories where they don't really necessarily say that they're officially together for a long time, but they seem like they've been married, like they just popped out of the womb married. They just fit together really well. They're really sweet. And Teddy had mentioned this in her video as well, but they are a couple that's like a bit older, and it's kind of cute and refreshing to see that because a lot of characters tend to meet when they're young or like, you know, super duper young, which is totally fine. It's great. I love all dynamics, but it is cute to see, you know, a slight difference to those just for fun, just to throw something in the mix there. So yeah, this is Orif and this is Nadini. And of course, Tatty originally made Nadini. I should have been saying this all along, which one's made which, but I didn't want to get too repetitive. So hopefully that's okay. I think it's pretty obvious on the other pages. I usually try to highlight who is made by who, so yes. Okay, so this is just a quick kind of portrait of Patrick. So we are actually putting together a little bit of an encyclopedia kind of for ourselves to reference to as far as like, you know, drawing references and information references. And Tatty made such a lovely portrait of Daniel to go in his reference area that I basically just wanted to make a better one of Patrick to go there. And I hope to do it with you know, all of the other characters and try to be as quick with that as I can. But I was just kind of playing around with this and trying to make it look nice. Not too much to say about it, just a simple portrait, like, you know, bust image. So yeah, I don't know, I like how it turned out. I think it's plain and simple and it works for the intended purpose, so yeah. Okay, next is, so this is Pavel, and these are his two sons, Vadim and Yevhen, and this image was made for Pavel's birthday in January, and I actually made this to kind of go along with the picture that Tatty made. It's basically the same setup like for the pose, but Vadim and Yevhen are tiny babies in it. So my idea behind this was to kind of do like when people do those things where they recreate like baby photos or kid photos. I thought that that would just be a fun, cute thing that they would definitely do because they just have that sort of, you know, family dynamic to them. So I just thought it would be fun to kind of recreate her picture, but with them older. And of course, he has his #1 dad shirt on because it's his birthday and they need to celebrate him. So he's a sweetie. I love him so much. Okay, another quick, simple one. This is actually still kind of the sketchy version. I haven't had a chance to edit it more properly, but this is Ray. So this is Daniel's best friend and basically his sister. They have known each other since like they were infants, and so they grew up together and they have done pretty much everything together. They have a really, really cute dynamic. They are best friends and they, like I said, they're basically like brother and sister, and that's how they behave as well. And I just think they're really cute. So again, this is still the sketchy version, but I'm trying to make a portrait for her section in the encyclopedia and everything too. So yeah, pretty simple, straightforward. Okay, so we have this one, which you might recognize from the previous video of Lessa and Daeyun. And I made this for Daeyun's birthday to go along with Lessa's birthday picture from November 2024. Obviously, I'm including this because, like I said, it's art that was completed in January. And yeah, I think this is really cute and cozy. I really like how this one turned out, and I just think that they're cute. I kept saying I was going to go back and edit it some more, but I just felt like it looked cute and cozy as is, so I've decided to just keep it like this. And yeah, I don't know, I just love them so much. They're so sweet. I love how they're looking at each other. I'm pretty proud of this one. I do like how it turned out. Okay, and then quickly running through the February doodles before we look at the Medibank files. So this is just a cute picture of Lessa and Daeyun, and it's kind of based on a little thing that happened in the chat that we're doing, an ongoing chat that we have with them. And they went kind of to like a bit of a Build-A-Bear situation and made bears that kind of represented each other. And then this pose is actually something that also kind of happened in the chat where they were joking around and Lessa offered to carry Daeyun and he was like, I mean, I'm not gonna refuse. So yeah, this is this is the result of that. And he carried him to the car. So yeah, just a cute little one. I again just wanted to do something cozy and nice. Usually when I tend to do the sketchier ones like this, it is kind of just because I'm just being cozy and taking it easy. And yeah, I don't know, I just think they came out cute. I like this picture. It's simple, but it's fun. And it was actually suggested by Tatty, this little pose. So I like it. I was having a hard time this day, and I'm proud of how this came out. So that's good. That's a plus. So this picture wasn't actually totally done in 2025. I believe I made the initial sketch for it before that, because I was trying to do something for all three of the triplets, like around the time of their birthday. And so this is for Dunya, who again is one of Lessa's sisters, and part of the triplets. And this is Simon. And I don't know, I have been super into the aesthetic of like vaporwave and nostalgia core and weird core and all the cores that are in relation to that. If you're familiar with them, you probably know all the various ones that I'm referring to, but I have just really been loving it. And so I've been trying to incorporate it in more things, even in like decorations and stuff that I'm getting recently. So yeah, I decided to do something that was kind of, embodying that. It's not perfect because it is very sketchy and I was just kind of having fun and messing around. But I actually do like the way that it came out. It's very like loose and fun. And it just looks like some cute little like photo booth thing that they did, or I don't know, just photo shoot in general. Because again, this is the sister that is the kind of like the little idol in the Japan-ish setting. So it could be like an actual photo shoot, or it could just be them having fun. Either one is good. So yeah. Okay, so this is actually the piece that I made for Valentine's Day. Of course, me and Tatty kind of made pictures for each other, and then yeah, we shared them in little TikToks and stuff. And she decided to draw Alexios and Danaeus, which are Aristeas and Danaeus, but the more like human form of both of them. And so I decided to draw the full like god forms of both of them. So again, this is Aristeas in his full god form, and Danaeus in his full god form. Technically, I think they actually have like how do I want to word it? Even fuller god forms than this, but yeah, this is them as full gods and just being cute. I don't know. I had him kiss his fingers and just they're giving each other flowers and just being cute. And then the background is kind of abstract. Like I said, I've been trying to incorporate like the brighter colors into things and just different stuff like the checkers and things like that. So I was just playing around with colors and having fun. And this is one of the ones that I was like really going with the flow. So even with their hair and everything, and I actually just really liked the way this turned out. And I recall having a very good time as I was making it and coloring it and everything. I was really chilling, really in the zone. So I actually really like this piece a lot, and it makes me happy because it makes me think of like being in that chill zone of just drawing and having fun. So plus also I love them. They're just so sweet. Okay, so the next picture that was done for 2/14, as you can see, so February 14th, Valentine's Day, is Crew's birthday picture. So this is another character of ours called Eric, or Crew, which is just a nickname for him. It's kind of like a code name, I guess, because he is actually an assassin. So he's been around for a long time, and his design has had several updates, and this is the most recent one and the one that has been like kind of settled on, because again, we have made them in The Sims, and so I was kind of trying to model my drawing after him in The Sims. And again, you can see I'm trying to incorporate the bright colors and the different little techniques, and I don't know, I'm obsessed with checkers, I think, as you can probably tell. But yeah, this is a little birthday sheet for him, so of course I did just his portrait where I was kind of just, doodling him, very sketchy. And then I tried to do a more colored and like quote unquote complete piece over here of Lara and Crew, and obviously Lara is his wife. She is originally made by Tatty as well, and something really cute about them, and you can actually see it if you go back on the channel in the old videos here, is that these two have been together for a really long time. They are actually one of the first like OC ships that we have, and it was thanks to Tatty for kind of shipping them together and making that ship soar or sail, I guess. But yeah, like Lessa and Daeyun, they are one of our very first ships and OC couples together, and I just wanted to make something cute and nice for his birthday with them, and something with pretty dress. The TikTok has the song that we associate with them in there too, and it's really cute. And yeah, I also recall this just being a very chill time of just hanging out and drawing. And then later in the day, I was just watching some videos and chilling and getting in the zone and going to town with these bright colors and stuff. And I actually really like how these turned out, and I'm really trying to hone some of the parts of my style, so I feel like I kind of accomplished that here. I still need to keep like working on stuff, but I do like how these turned out. So okay, more of our boys, Lessa and Daeyun. Again, this is just another little sheet of just cozy doodles. I was kind of just playing around with this again. I just wanted to do something comfy, something warm. And this is actually a pose that was suggested by Tatty again, and I couldn't figure out how to do it at first. Like, I couldn't settle on an angle at first, and then I decided to do this, and I didn't do too much of like a base sketch or anything like that. A lot of times when I just kind of wing it and go for it, I wind up with a result that I like better. But it's really hard to wing it sometimes for certain poses and things, so it doesn't always work, but sometimes it does, and in this case it really did, and I think that they're super cute. I kind of titled this piece Prettier Than Flowers, and yeah, that's just kind of an opinion that they both have about each other. They are both very infatuated with each other and think that they, like, both of them think that each other is very beautiful and very pretty, so yeah, it's just a cute, cozy, cuddly picture of them. I love them. Okay, and then this picture of Aristeas and Danaeus. So Tatty drew a picture of Danaeus sleeping, and it's really, really beautiful. It looks like a painting, like some sort of painting that you would see, like some sort of classical painting. And so that night I was feeling inspired because she posted a TikTok about that and showing like her process for that and making it into a video. And so I was inspired that night because I wasn't sure what I wanted to share yet. So I decided to draw this whole thing of Aristeas reaching and touching Danaeus' little cheek and like swooshing some of his hair to the side and just being like super infatuated with him and enamored by him. So yeah, I really, really like the rainbow effects in the hair. I like how this turned out, and this is another one where I was just vibing and having fun, and it was like cozy to draw. So I hope that I have more experiences like that, because a lot of times it is like really a struggle to draw stuff, and there have been a couple pieces where I just felt cozy and actually had a lot of fun. So yeah, I hope to experience that more, and I really like how the video for this came out as well. So, and Daddy liked it too, so that's obviously an even bigger bonus. So yeah. Okay, so those were the OC files for January and February so far. I wanted to quickly show these. I'm not going to focus too much on them. I wasn't even sure if I wanted to include them at first, but these are a couple of commissions that I've gotten so far in 2025. So we have this as the first commission, and this person was really, really sweet to work with. They commissioned something for their girlfriend, and this is their girlfriend's character, and she ships the character with Snape from Harry Potter. So this is a commission I made for them, and I really hope the partner liked it a lot. I know that the person who commissioned me really loved it, so I hope that they both were able to enjoy it. And yeah. And then we have this, which is just a simple bust commission, and I just finished this the other day. I had a lot of fun drawing this one and coloring this one. I hope that they love it as well. And yeah, I just had fun doing this, getting to do just a cute little pose, very simple, very easy. It was really fun. I hope to get more commissions in the future. My commissions are open if you're interested, just throwing that out there, but I did want to include those since they were art done in these, like, within these 2 months as well. Pretty slow so far, but hopefully we'll have some more coming in. Okay, so something else I wanted to quickly highlight was that I've been trying to play around and figure out some like stickers and like digital stickers I can do. And so I was playing around and I made various of these like little kind of like computer windows of just some cute stuff. So I just wanted to show those really quick. Nothing too extensive, but I like the way that they came out. But I really like this one, and Tatty really liked this one as well. This one I also really like. I don't know why, I just like how it came out. I think it's cool and fun and silly. And there's that. And then there's this. So I just wanted to make some various like little reaction stickers basically. And I like the way that they turned out so far. So I kind of want to do some more with these sort of themes and stuff, like I said. So these are some random doodles that I did. Like I said, I have been experiencing kind of a little bit of art block on and off. So I was just messing around with the different pens and then the different colors. I've been trying to do this thing of like incorporating more colors in various things and just trying to play around with that. And, you know, I guess get out of my comfort zone a little bit. There are certain like techniques that I don't always think to do for certain things, but it sometimes just looks better. And sometimes I really need to kind of push myself to get out of the way that I've been doing things and shade things in a different way or just color things in a different way. So yeah, I was just messing around, having a bit of art block on this page. So that's what those are. This here is the bitter chocolate meme. This is what the canvas looks like, and this is what the layer panels look like over here. So I have the 3 different things that are for the meme, and basically how it works is that, I mean, I'm sure those of you that know how to do it, but like you basically take it and you spin this around. I don't have it properly set up the way that I did the day that I made the meme, but you get the gist of the idea. So that is that, and I like the way that it came out. I think the video came out really cool and really fun. I had a hard time figuring this out for some reason. I'm not sure why, but it was a time. Of course, on here I have decided to do Lesse and Yun and, you know, Aristeas and Danaus. So they're different forms, the sun and the moon, and then they're god forms, and then they're like human forms. This is just a cute little doodle sheet of Lesse and Yun again. These were kind of based on, again, an ongoing chat that we have. Daeyeon went to help and get something for Lesse in the drawers, and he came across this little chubby baby picture of him. Let's see if I can zoom that in. Okay, it's chubby baby. So yeah, that's based on the chat, and then this part right here is also based on that same chat. He tossed a blanket around his shoulders because he wasn't feeling well. Lesse wasn't feeling well, so Daeyeon covered him up and then went to go help him by getting the thing and stumbled across the picture. And then I just added this and this for fun. So again, D'Artagnan and Levi, and then just Chibi, Lesse, and Daeyeon, just for fun. And then over here we have a similar like concept of just like a doodle sheet, basically. Let me move it over so you can see it a little better. We have the kind of representation animals of Daniel and Patrick. And then, you know, Daniel and Patrick just being cute and various things of them just being like, I don't know, cute and cuddly on here, just for fun. I've been liking doing this little pencil effect. I have kind of been copying even Tatty a little bit, but this is just like my sketchy thing of like with the, you see over here, the flat brushes. The flat brushes come up with this pencil effect kind of. And yeah, I wanted to, actually the night that I'm recording this like voiceover in this video is the day that I posted this as like a little TikTok just showing these doodles. So yeah, I don't know, I like them. I like the way they turned out. I particularly like his face here. I think he turned out really cute. And then them just looking at each other lovingly is really sweet. I love them. This is really funny as a like just a sheet. It's just Damien. I used this for another meme that I did. I did the "you better not mess with my gang," and so he has different little actions that he can do for that video. So he's just there chilling. Hi, Damien. Okay, this was done for another video as well. I did the Us After Pound Town meme with Vadim and Cole, and so he has different, you know, face motions that he does too for the different parts of the video. And Vadim also has different Where's his? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So he can move in different ways. I'm sorry, that looked really funny. I wasn't expecting it to jolt that quickly. But yeah, so this was done for that meme, and they are in a place that we've actually built in The Sims that I decided to call Vapor Waffle. It was a placeholder name, but we wound up like continuing to use it and say it. So yeah, also he has purple pants on. I just wanted to move this over so you could see those. But yeah, they're just chilling in Vapor Waffle and, you know, having a good time after having a good time right before going to eat there. This is another thing. This is unfinished, but this is a cute little thing I wanted to draw because one of Tatty's favorite breads is American bread, and she lives in Italy. And then one of my favorite breads is Italian bread, and I obviously live in America, unfortunately. Um, no comment, no further comment. But yeah, I do want to finish coloring these. I have been trying to upgrade my chibi style a little bit, so I wanted to just draw something. This is another day I was kind of going through a bit of art block, so I was just trying to draw something to keep my hand moving and just for fun, just for the heck of it. So yeah, it's just a cute little picture of us. I don't know. I like it. I think it's fun. I want to color it. I want to finish coloring it. This is a bit random and there's supposed to be more on this page, so I'm gonna like add more to it, but as you can see by the little title up there, it says cute retro stuffs because I know how to name my files really great. But yeah, I just wanted to draw some of the stuff. Like I said, I've been into like the nostalgia core and stuff like that, so I wanted to make some more, maybe stickers, I don't know, maybe just drawings for fun, maybe a little sheet of stuff. I don't know, but the first thing I wanted to draw was these dogs. I had several of these when I was younger, and I don't know, I was always obsessed with animals when I was younger, and so I had a lot of stuff that related to them, like a lot of plushies, a lot of toys, and I wasn't like, we weren't rich or anything like that, believe me. They were always like stuff that was like either given to us or it was definitely oftentimes like gifts or stuff like that. But I had a lot of toys that were in relation to animals, like of various kinds. So this was one of the toys that I had. I had several of these, as well as those other robot dogs and cats. I had one robot dog and one robot cat that were like the taller silver ones. I don't know if you remember those, but yeah, I love those, and I think they're so cute. I love these. I think they're adorable. So I just want to do a little sheet of stuff of various nostalgia things. And then this is another thing that I did. Again, I'm trying to figure out what kind of like stickers or something I kind of want to put on my like Ko-Fi shop. And this is just a Littlest Pet Shop cat done in like, I guess, my style for it, which is like a little bit of a chibi-ish style of it. I don't know. But yeah, I like how this turned out. I want to do some more like this, I think. Yeah, just for fun. And then here's some more concepts for that. These are different options of possible stickers that I want to do. I don't know if I will like complete them or color them. I think they turn out cute, but I'm just a little unsure about them. So my idea was kind of to do like different little series. So as you can see, there's 6 short hair cats. So the different molds for the Littlest Pet Shop are called different things. So there's like the collie mold, there's like the short hair cat, the long hair cat, you know, ferret, dachshund, so like the wiener dog mold. And yeah, so my idea was to do like different little series of like 6 of the various molds and then like work my way around, because there's like a lot. So yeah, I don't know, I tend to do this where I like overestimate what it is that I want to do with a particular idea, and then I get overwhelmed and then I wind up delaying really long. So can you relate? I don't know. Okay, and then for now, we are actually finishing off on this. Again, I don't know if I actually got every file that was completed in January and February so far. It has been a pretty slow drawing 2 months for me, to be honest, because like I said, that that creative block is really getting me. I'm trying to fight my way out of it. If you have any tips, I would appreciate you writing those down below. But yeah, so we're finishing off on this for now. It's Lessa and Dayan, and then Dantanian and Levi again, or Dante and Levi. And this is kind of a similar idea to the bears thing, like the bears that they made of each other for each other, kind of. But this was actually going to be one of the other options that I was going to do for Dayun's birthday, actually. And I decided to instead do the matching, like, sister piece with Lessa's. But I still really like how this drawing came out. I just think that they're really cute. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Not too much to say. It's just them being cute and cuddly again. As you can see, I cannot resist drawing like cute and cuddly stuff. I am starting to get some ideas for various things, so I hope that I am able to do all of it in a mixture, and I hope that it is nice and fun. But yeah. Okay, yes. I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining me on that little flip through and hanging out and talking about all of our cute babies, our OCs. I hope it was somewhat entertaining and again kept you company, and I hope that you enjoyed hearing about our characters. I love them so much. We both love them so much. I'm really excited to be working on things together with Tatty and sharing these characters together with Tatty. So I just want to show that appreciation and make that known. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that it kept you company if you were doing something else in the background, or maybe you were drawing along. That would be great. I love doing that sort of thing with longer form videos. And I hope that all of us who are struggling with creative block or art block or anything in relation, writer's block, anything, I hope that we are able to get through that and fight it and come back fierce with extra inspiration, extra motivation, and extra time to be able to feed those things, because that is also very important. But yeah, that is it for now. I will be back again very soon, so please stay safe, take care, and I will see all of you very soon. Okay, thanks again.